So number 1 or number 9. So we're going to do 2 together, and then you'll have 8 to do on your own plus at least 6 points. I've been getting a lot more than 6, so 10 would be great.
There was no more of the other papers up there.
So, give me a second. So on number 9, I asked you to find the x and y intercepts. So to find the x and y intercepts, you are going to set one of them equal to 0. So you have 3x plus y is less than or equal to negative 5. So first off, less than or equal to, does that mean a solid line or a dashed line?
Solid.
Solid. So that means I can omit C. And a lot of times, just by that information, sometimes you can even get the answer. So if one of them is 0, let's make x 0 first. What's my y-intercept? So that means that my y-intercept is going to equal what?
1.
What's over there?
Oh, 5.
What kind of 5?
Negative 5.
Negative 5. Okay, so that one has a y-intercept negative. That's 2, 4, negative. That one is not it anyway, and that one, so that doesn't help us. So now let's find our x-intercept. So our x-intercept is when y equals 0. So I'm going to cover that up. And so I'm going to have a negative 5 divided by, what's in front of x? 3. So that's a negative number. Negative. Negative. Is A negative? No. So A is not my answer. So my answer choices now come to B or D. Of course, you can solve for y and find your equation, but I want to show you how to leave it in standard form. So when you leave it in standard form, you find your x and y intercepts, and a lot of time you can omit. So now we're at B and D are the same line. One is shaded below and one shaded above. So you can check any point. So we're going to put 0 in. So if I put 0 in, does that make that, is it true here and there? Does the origin satisfy this problem? No. It would be false here and true here. Does that make sense? Because it's part of the shaded region. So what is 3 times 0?
0.
0. And plus 0 would be?
0.
0. So if I put in the origin, 0 would be less than or equal to negative 5. Is that true or false?
True.
Wait, no.
False.
False. 0 is greater than negative 5. So this is a false
50-50.
statement. So because it's a false statement, my answer is B. So if I picked any of the points in the shaded region, those would also be correct. So if we just solved it for y, you would move the 3x over. If it's positive over here, what's going to be on the other side? Negative. So y is less than negative 3x minus 5. So less than, you shade below. My slope is negative. So again, you're at B. Number 10. You have x minus y is, what's that symbol say?
Less than or greater?
Greater than or equal to.
No.
Okay. 0. So what are my x and y intercepts?
The origin.
The origin. Yeah, so that doesn't help. But what can I omit? The dashed line is perfect. Okay. So it's either shaded above or below. So can I check the origin to see if it's true or false? No, because both the origin is true on both of them. So I have to pick a point that is true in one and false in the other. So, is there infinite number of points? Yeah, there's a few that I can see. Would any of these work on the y-axis?
On the y-axis?
Yeah. Would any of these points work?
Yes.
So those points are in the shaded region above?
Oh, no.
No. And let me move it down a little bit so I can reach it. So, they have to be points that are true in one and false in the other. So, can anyone give me a point? Preferably one including 0 on at least one of the values.
0 and 3.
Perfect, thank you.
Oh yeah.
0 and 3. And of course 0 and 2, 0 and 4, 0 and 6. So 0 and 3 is right here. So it'd be true for this one and false for this one. Y'all agree? So we're just gonna plug it in. So x is 0, so 0 minus my y value of 3 is negative 3 greater than equal to 0. True or false? False. So what's my answer? A or B?
A.
A, exactly. Okay, so what happened to it? It's a greater than, but we shaded below. Why? Anyone tell me? So you have x minus y is greater than or equal to 0. So when you move the x over, it turns negative again, right? And then we have to divide by what? What's in front of what? Negative 1. And what happens when we divide by negative? What do you have to do to the inequality?
Change it.
Flip it. Very good. So y is less than or equal to positive x. So the line should be going up and shaded below. So why do we need to be able to find our equation using the x and y intercepts? Or find our graph? The reason is you're going to be given one graph and 4 equations. So you want to be able to do it quickly. Because are you going to sit there and solve all of them for y?
No.
No. You want to do it the quickest way possible.